pretty soon. I've been convinced that the devs don't really have a clue for a while now, and so instead of fixing a problem, they're just like, here, we'll introduce a killer that everyone will play that will bypass infinites and issues that we have with the game until we can actually figure some shit out and figure it out. But no, the game does not support teleportation the way that it does, and it's just kind of a mockery. I don't know. I'm just not very, I'm not, yeah. The devs don't have a clue, in my opinion. Okay, so we are going in with a Kraken. Let's go ahead.
Good luck and have fun.
And we do have the all chat on. So hopefully I can hear a bit more about what the hunters are doing. Interesting feeding route by Digital. It's not super efficient in terms of getting the most amount of food per second, but it does require the hunters to go up and down terrain a lot, which can slow them down. So it's interesting.
I suspect he was in the caves and now he's coming to the left.
Yep.
Damn cat!
Cat. I think they can hear me too. Can you guys hear me in Observer?
Yeah.
I can hear you, man.
Ooh, I'm a spy.
I'm gonna stick over here just a little bit to the right. Just make sure he doesn't cut
on
back.
left. He's on left.
Where's he going? Okay.
There were trucks.
I'm gonna give you a spoiler. The Kraken is over there.
Well, now I know.
Wow, so helpful.
He's eating some food. You should go get him. But yeah, interesting route. I did like how they kind of daisy-chained and split up until they found signs of where the monster was. The medic doing a great job of cutting off, but be very careful. Let me make sure I'm not talking. Doing a great job of cutting off. I like this formation. I like how they're kind of strung out like this. This is actually a really, really good lineup.
Here.
So monster might just take the food and evolve right now. Or is he going to try and get away?
Now evolving is coming here.
Yep.
Okay. So now the important thing about Kraken, we learned the other day, is that you absolutely need to find a small little pillar to run circles around over and over again.
Oh. That was an accident. Sorry.
Always does.
Meant to press 2.
Wow.
Oopsie.
Went right past the assault. You don't really need to flush in. If you know the monster's in an area, just wait for the scanner and just camp the exits. Because it's too risky, because if you go in and you just don't happen to look the one spot where the monster is, it's going to get away. And now it's going to be evolved. Doesn't have to worry about a Hank or
I have no idea how,
any
but
kind
I've
of
actually
orbital.
managed to juke you guys.
Yeah.
I never said I was a good hunter, I just like shit.
First blood.
There we go. Here comes the dome. Monster getting armor before engaging the hunters, always a good idea. And we'll go ahead and see what they can do. Unfortunately, this area is not super great. Yeah, this isn't a very good dome to fight a Kraken in. There's not really good places to hide around. Like, the best thing is this big pillar right here, or this one. But that's a little too much of a pillar, in my opinion. Oh, and here comes the monster.
The only place to run around is this big thing.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they just called out.
Well, there's a kind of a smaller one over here, I think. I think they're actually the same
I like
size.
that they're not chasing them too aggressively. They're kind of just poking at him with grenades and things like that. That's a really good play, in my opinion. Okay, so monster is going towards... Oh, lightning strike. Oh, the lightning strike does hit. Wow, good job. But yeah, this is what Kyra's going to have to do, is going to have to run around this, but be careful, there is elevation. This back one's a little bit safer, and there is enough health damage. The dome comes down. Monster's going to leave. Nope, Monster's going to try and get that strike. Oh, but takes a little punishment for it, and gets probably a few more shots of poison as the monster leaves. Really good job. They were able to avoid the focus. That was a really bad dome for the hunters. And so it's one of those things where it's kind of risky to keep it up, but it paid off.
Yeah, you might try and turn around.
Hey, Now remember, be very careful when you're flying backwards. Like there's really kind of no reason to, unless you have a good amount of distance or armor. Because at that point you're probably not going to get it down with just your lightning strikes. I would like to see Banshee Mines put behind kind of as mines. You don't really use them as farming for food anymore because Vortex and air attacks are just so good. And Wildlife doesn't have very much health. So you really don't have to use Banshee Mines to kill things. So I'd like to see a couple things just to slow them down a little bit. And also basically lets them know you can't just willy-nilly go over platforms without checking. You know, always got to keep them mind games. Don't let them think that they can chase you without issues. Ooh, I'm going to get a soda. I love having a mini fridge right next to my computer right now. It's nice.
Cutting back,
like
right?
I might get a webcam so you can kind of see all the posters I'm putting up and everything like that. Sorry. Mostly referring to the direction that your track was. Okay, so here we go. Monster focusing. There is a down. I apologize that we did not get to see most of that. Most likely it was just the monster punished a out-of-position hunter a little bit. I do like that the Kraken is starting to use Banshee Mines a bit more defensively, and using them more as mines instead of just in combat tools. In combat it's still useful, but I really like, there we go, and there's a couple of mines to slow them down. Now one thing to know is Renegade does have a little bit less of a damage reduction when it comes to the personal shield. It was technically a face cam of Kraken, absolutely true. Okay, so 2.5 bars for 1 strike. Right now, pretty even game. No survival lobster. I kind of wish I could get rid of them because they take up valuable real estate on my screen. Okay, here we go. Oh, Trapper using up a lot of jetpack to catch up. There goes a dome. An area that's not super high, but it looks like that they are in fact pinging.
He put Banshee Mines.
I like that. I like the deployment of the sentry guns, not all together, all on the high ground. Very good job. And so the monster is going to just basically hide behind here. Now look at the timer. The timer's 4.5 minutes. That means the time is way on the. Oh, that's of course way out of position. That was really bad, actually. That was really bad. I don't know why he wasn't jetpacking full towards. Yeah, around this house, that's where you want to run around. That's the best place probably in this dome. Is this little area right here. Perfect. Notice how the monster can't really get good beats on you when you go around corners. So very well, good job. Jolly good. Oh, here comes the medic, out of position. Medic trying to struggle. Once the monster stops focusing you, get away from the house. You basically just want 1 or maybe 2 people at most. Oh, that lightning strike's going to connect. 1 more hit. Oh, Pyra doing a really good job. Man, really good job between Bucket and the medic.
Thank you, boy.
And here comes another lightning strike. It does not look like the monster's going to be able to down anyone. Really good job with teamwork. That was really good job. Assault. Now, they do need to be careful that someone
him out a bit.
No. Oh, that assault's going to get downed, I think. Nope. Oh, that 1 grenade killed all of them. Good job. Now let's go ahead and give a little bit more post damage, Dome. Oh, be careful, Digital, that you don't panic, because you use 3 traversals all in a row. And that really slows how much distance you actually get away from with regards to the team. And you don't want to turn around. Again, like they have a really good chase composition. Like Renegade Abe's really good about damaging on the chase. And that's something you don't want to get. And right now, I don't know why.
Come back.
I feel that you're a little, yeah. Zyder is really aggressive. That was a really clutch shield by Bucket, though. But yeah, you don't, be careful about using your traversals all 3 in a row, Digital. You get a lot less distance. Because it stops your momentum before it speeds you back up again. I don't know if you were doing it at the beginning. I don't think you were. I think it's just kind of because you're kind of on tilt right now. Oh, here we go. The cooldown reduction perk. Perk Shear. I don't like looking at perks. I try not to because I think that perk evaluation is a little bit more of an advanced tool. But he's got all the cooldown reductions anyway, so that perk didn't really do much for him.
We're grouping up a little bit.
Okay, monster is ready to evolve, going straight to stage 3.
Maybe he was in the caves.
I like that they're not completely chasing him. And here we go. No points in aftershock, which is, I think, okay. I think having 1 point in aftershock isn't bad, because it's better than a 3rd point in vortex. But, kind of debatable. Okay, so monster getting a little bit of armor.
Alright, he's coming to get
Only
armor.
3 bars of
prepare.
health. So again, all they have to do is find a good place to fight. A good place to fight is right actually on this other side of this little area.
Right here, this pillar.
So I know that they're pinging.
I get my deployable set.
But yeah, I like that they're saying. So Kraken's got move speed. Move speed doesn't really do much because when you're in the air, it's not going to really matter too much. Fighting the Kraken actually right around here is actually really, really good. It's very hard for Kraken to kill people in here sometimes. So right now the time is running low, 3 minutes. It looks like the Kraken is going for the damage increase perk.
Oh well.
But it gives them time to set up Bucket's turrets.
We won't catch him, just to say out.
Okay, so here it comes. Everyone's all grouped up. Don't be grouped up. Monster going for a little bit more food right now. I like that he's saving up his traversals before approaching.
I think he's inside.
He does have two. I never noticed the claws fanning out like that. It does have 2.5 minutes on the clock.
Assault be like here.
Medic is a little overextended. Medic should be back a bit more so that the Kraken has to get to the medic or the support, and then the Trapper and Assault are basically the bodyguards. Oh, Assault's about to go down. Popped the personal shield a little too late. Should have done that immediately as soon as that lightning strike hit. Now this is the one disadvantage of Renegade Abe, is his personal shield doesn't really help too much. Oh, and here we go. Renegade Abe is down. That is their main source of damage. If we can get a couple more turrets to prevent... Oh, and so in Zyder picking up the body. Wow, really good. Normally I really discourage that because chances are you're not going to get it up. You're just going to get yourself in trouble. But the monster did not notice, or if he did, it was very slow reaction time. So there we go, a bit more damage coming out by Renegade. But the Trapper is down. Trapper arguably not too worried. I like that the monster got a strike or two and decided to leave. And trying to get a little bit more poison damage, but it looks like the monster is going to break line of sight, and they are going to regroup. A couple more bars of health.
Yeah. Well, we just need to run circles around that.
I do like that they're communicating about where to run circles around, because that's how you combat Kraken.
You kind of got stuck out in the open, so.
And then that's exactly what you do. You find a location, you find a dome, you find a good area of where to have people stand, and that's where you go. Once again, I think Medic should be back a bit more, same thing with support. Both of them do not need to be that close, in my opinion. Trapper is in a decent spot. Oh, Trapper about to go down. Now, as long as they can punish, that would be good. Oh, here we go. Lightning Strike. Oh, Lightning Strike is going to get very close to getting him down. Monster taking a lot of punishment. Really good
They're staying too much in one place.
Oh, Zyder needs to move. Watch out. One more hit. Oh. Misses the Vortex. And there we go. Another strike, which means no a dome, but permanent health damage. Nice dodge. Almost a nice dodge by Josie. And here we go. Kraken once again trying to get somebody around the pillar. And Josie doing a good job. Staying a little too far from it. Should have just run closer. If it was a tighter circle, I think that would have been much, much better. Medic going in for the pickup. Definitely don't do that. You should always, always, always use your healing grenades as Kyra. There's never any reason for a medic to pick up somebody physically. With the exception of Laz using his glove. Nice. This is going to be really, really close. Medic about to go down. Assault, it's still up. Keep fighting around the pistols. Pistols. Damage. Don't worry about surviving. Just damage. Good job. Good job. That was super close.
Seriously, I
man.
think Renegade Abe does way too much damage.
Also that pistol damage.
No, I was dead either way.
GG.
Yeah, good
Focus
game.
on the monster first. Unusual feeding route. Your speed of like meat per second was relatively low, but it did force the hunters to kind of split up in quite a few different places and a lot of elevation changes. So it's kind of good and kind of bad. I'd have to see how it works against like people that are better at using jetpack to navigate through the map. But really good job for the most part for your feeding. You did a good job. You're able to get to stage 2 relatively without incident. So really good job there. That being the case, really laughed when you juked past Renegade the first time and you got to stage 2 because of that. Normally, so when you guys knew that he was in a certain corner, the best thing to do would be to watch the exits and just wait there and just keep popping the scanner to make sure and confirm that he's there, because again, the time's on him, not on you, and if you do go in, something like that could happen because you just don't happen to look left instead of right or right instead of left, and they just happen to sneak by in the one direction, and having a coin flip, you know, that's not but got wrecked by MaddCow. Hey, I'm not wrecking nobody. That being said, Digital, pretty good focus fire for the most part. I do feel that you should have gone after Bucket a little bit more often. He was usually out of position quite a lot. But that being the case, the big thing, though, I wanted to say is when you're traversing, especially after escaping a dome, don't use all 3 traversals back to back to back. You have to use one, wait a second, use one, wait a second, and use the other one. If you use all 3 like in quick succession, you actually lose a lot of distance that way, and they're able to get a lot of good chip damage in that way. Otherwise, really good job by the hunters. You guys, I liked, you had a lot of really good coordination. You'd always pick out good spots in the domes on where to fight a Kraken, and that's exactly what you do. As soon as the dome comes down, you look for favorable terrain, point it out, and good communication. So really solid teamwork there. I like that you fought around people that were downed, because downed pistols actually are pretty significant sorts of damage. The only thing I would comment is I was really surprised that the Trapper got picked up in the middle of combat. That's very, very risky, especially against a Kraken, because all it takes is one move, one snowball, one vortex, and then he hits both of you, and then you're out of position, and that's not good. Same thing with Kyra. Kyra went over to go ahead and pick up the one person when, like, medic should never, ever, ever pick up anybody in the middle of combat, especially Kyra, because she can use heal grenades. Same thing with Val. So just be very careful. Most of the time, especially against Kraken, it's very, very hard to pick up a person off the ground once they're downed, unless the monster is really, really not paying attention and focused elsewhere. Bucket, at the very end, you were sticking not quite as tight and close to that little terrain. I think that probably would have saved you. You were about a couple of meters away, and so he was able to get his vortex and snowballs at you.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like when I was running around it, he was able to hit me with a lightning strike.
Yep.
I was trying to get away around there.
Yeah. Just make sure you hug those walls super, super tight, and then rely on your teammates to communicate when he's backed off and all that kind of stuff. Really good communication and super close ending. It was a couple of seconds either way. Could have gone either way, so really good job.